Hi! I worry I don't have anything to say, which is ironic because I am one of the most talkative people I know. I live in my head. I know how much is going on up there. But I still have not managed to detangle my thoughts, so maybe it's a sign I need to do this. To sit with myself and allow what I think to pour out, but to do so with intention. The issue with not knowing what to say is that I need to know. I made a commitment to posting video 4 times a month, and though I'm in the process of editing my 4th vlog at the moment, it becomes infinitely more difficult to do so without a storyline in mind. One of the biggest pieces of advice I hear from those with far more YouTube experience than I have is to create your title and thumbnail before anything else. Those elements are nearly 50% of the game, and if those two things are not compelling together, your efforts, while aren't wasted, are far less likely to see the results you'd hoped for. This is something unique to YouTube and a skill I'm learning to integrate into my creative process. And after all, it makes sense. At its core, this advice is asking a creator this: what story are you trying to tell? It's a process that, frankly, for me, feels backwards. It's why I shy away from a lot of the advice regarding pre-production. As a lot of content tends to be lifestyle content for me, how can I plan for what I'll have learned before an event actually happens? I understand that doing so can make the editing process and subsequent YouTube-specific packaging process far more difficult. And trust me, don't I know it, because I hate editing, or I used to, because it used to just be so time-consuming, which it still is, but now I enjoy it. However, I do understand its merit. In asking that question, it creates a framework from which to tell the story of an event. It provides structure. My issue, though, is I don't know what I want to say. Because you see, the special thing about sharing videos and photos as content is that you can change its narrative depending on how you frame it. A seemingly straightforward video clip of my friend in her gym clothes can tell a story about any of the following: her fitness journey and what workouts she does, how wearing pink and red at the gym helps to continue her unapologetically embracing her girly side, and, or 3, how working out helps to improve her mental health. The video clip itself wouldn't change, but the on-screen text or voiceover or the caption she chooses to use can change the message of that post entirely. But it's up to her to decide which messaging and framing is most relevant to her, the image of she has of herself, and the one that she wants to share with the world. So, what makes me a strong social media strategist for others makes it difficult to do so for myself. I've fallen victim to the paradox of choice. Overwhelmed with all the options laid out before me, that it feels easier to do nothing at all. With others, no matter how well I know them, I only know them to a certain extent, which makes it easier to cut down on those choices. With myself, I know how much every trait and event matters, which makes it narrowing it down feel like I'm watering down my authenticity. So instead, I'm left with a long list of vlogs in the purgatory of my backlog, or a convoluted video in which there's so much happening because I couldn't figure out what to cut that it only makes sense to me. And even then, barely. I might be overthinking it. So, as I mentally prepare myself to continue editing my Valentine's week vlog, whether that's by zeroing in on one day, including the whole week, focusing on the activities I had done with my friends and separating out my self-love activities into another video, etc., etc., these are the thoughts swirling around through my mind. But just know I will finish it in some way. We shall just see how it ends up turning out. Yet, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!